Kim, you did not get picked up on your high.
I did.
There, I mean, that I heard that.
I don't know. I'm not in control about it or of it.
What a dog.
I thought you had a dog.
Yeah.
The downfall map, right? Thank you.
Oh.
Is everybody ready?
I think so.
Ready.
Jose, you ready?
Yeah.
Kim?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okie doke. Last time in the Feywild, what did we do? After trying to overthrow the king or something and being beaten up, you guys woke up in the holding cells. You guys met Morgort, the former knight, former Bullywug knight. You guys talked to about everything that's been going on and how she got there and how she fits in with Sir Talavar and him escaping. Eventually, around dawn, the guards came in and got all of you, including Morgort, and took you to the dueling grounds, where Chip was nominated to fight Morgort in a... Oh, what was it called?
Trial by combat.
In a trial by combat.
Fight to the death.
Yes, a fight to the death. Which Chip won with one hit. Because Chip is so strong.
Yeah, I'm a strong guy.
He's a strong little guy. My notes say Morgort threw, Chip won. Now you were given the honorary but meaningless title of True Friends of Gullywup and were invited to the palace. You guys enjoyed some time at the palace and eating and drinking and enjoying the festivities. You guys chatted with some of the bullywugs, tried to figure out some more info about what's going on in the area. And right before leaving, Jose got a tip, or what's your name? Dex got a tip about the newest conspirator to try to take the crown from Gullywup. Do you guys remember who that is?
No.
We have to find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump.
Yes.
Yeah.
The revolution lives.
Yes, indeed, the revolution does live. Before setting off to find Illig, you all went to... Goodness gracious. What? Okay. The map is being weird to me today.
Love when that happens.
I keep making copies of the map. I don't get it.
Oh.
Before going up to find the revolution, you stopped at the Stormfront storefront. I think you guys called it.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Trinket, Bauble, and Charms, where you met Trinket and Bauble, who tried to sell you some things. Daldrid bought the Moonlight Monocle in exchange for her eye color. She now has transparent irises. And you guys got a little taste of certain people in the Feywild revering Chip as the monarch, the Witchlight
Oh
monarch.
yeah.
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 As all should revere.
Then you guys kind of scooted your way back where you came from to where your boat was. And the last kind of small thing is you saw Morgort hanging out by the kind of damaged balloon. And that's where we are. Oh, you talked to the talking heads who told you that Illig was down on the lower side of the map.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way to get there is a dock, kind of across the pond from the palace. So you had to trek back here to get your boat, so you could safely get to the other side of the lake. And that's where we are. Anybody have any questions or concerns or thoughts or crazy dreams?
But
Anything from me? Anything that I can help with?
no.
Well, y'all have at it.
All right.
Get on the boat now, I guess.
Yeah.
Y'all get on the boat.
Okay, so you all get onto your raft, untie it from the dock, and as you guys are about to set off, another boat approaches you out of the fog. Another small bullywug skiff with a couple bullywug knights on it.
Nice. Oh shit! Why is there more than one map?
Do you see more than one map?
Yes.
Do you see more than one map?
So
Yeah.
I've been having an issue where I'm trying to move the map, and
Okay.
it's like I grab the map cell and move it, and the program thinks I'm trying to copy the map or something like that. So if you hold spacebar to get the little hand tool instead of the selector tool, it allows you to move the map without creating duplicates.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it's being like this now of all times, but yeah, that's fun. So if you're moving the map, it's conditioning, so you'll probably make a couple copies of the map by accident. You can just delete them, or I'll delete them. It doesn't matter. But if holding spacebar is the how to get the hand tool. I'll move Daldrid. So yes, a skiff with a couple bullywug knights pulls up to you guys. Hail, true friends of Gullop. A message from the king, have we?
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. He bids that you doth join him back at the palace. A quest for ye he has. Ribbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there money?
They kind of like huddle up and like whisper amongst themselves. Ribbit. The king you must speak with. That is all we were told. Would you follow us back to the palace?
What do you think, guys?
I mean,
I
we
think
can.
it might be a trap, but we can still go.
I think we can go if we're
Yeah.
true friends of Gullop.
Yeah, I would rather not draw Yon King's ire again.
Daldrid nods and pats Catseye on the back, agreeing.
Do they have like the little Did all of the knights have the little brooch symbol of the king? And if so, do these frogs also have that?
Yeah, these look exactly like the Bullywug Knights that that you've seen around. If you know, if you are really paying attention, you might have figured that one of these is one of the ones that came and got you from the holding cells. The only knight you've met that looked any different, that had any different garb, besides like slight differences in how they appear as bullywugs. The only different knight that was different was Morgort, because she was been in a holding cell for a little while, so she was dirtier and she didn't have all of her knight attire. These guys are properly fitted, just like all the knights you've seen before, and likely one or two, at least one of these guys you've ran into.
Okay. Looks legit to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then, back to the palace. And then they could just kind of sit there for a little bit.
But like NPCs?
Wait, I thought you were rowing back. No, I rowed here. Okay. And then they set off for the palace. Oh, I'm gonna make another map. Don't worry. These guys just row back to the palace. The center of the lake here, it's I guess I can delete the fog since you guys are going through it. So you guys kind of are gonna be rowing under Bavlorna's house. I'm just gonna move you guys to the palace because nothing crazy is gonna happen. So you guys row under Bavlorna's house. Oh, the first thing I moved was Fred. Jesus. Just like you've been told, since you're kind of going through the fog, it is indeed a house on stilts. If while you're close to it and looking up, it looks like a house. You see the bottom of the floor of whatever the bottom floor is, and it's on pillars that rise above the lake, and there is a staircase you can walk up to get to the landing on the first floor.
Cool.
You guys get back to the dock. When you get close to the dock, you see it's full of knights and the king ready there to greet you. Ah, yes, adventurers. Thank you for heeding my call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
we have arrived.
Friends of the king.
Save the day.
Would thou like to disembark so I don't have to lean over the railing to talk to you?
Yeah, sure, we can
Oh, I
do
thought
that.
the king was like at the docks.
I mean, he came all the way down here to meet you. He's the king. I feel like that's good enough for him.
I have disembarked.
Are you going to treat with the king, Dex?
Do I have to? I thought we were all going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
There we
it's a
go.
small dock. Someone's going to be in front. So if you're in front, he'll talk to you. Unless you'd like to get out of the way and let someone else talk.
I'll get out the way. Fred can talk to him. There we go.
Hello, my feathered friend. And he just kind of leaves the king and jumps back on Dex's shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay then. Farewell.
It's cool.
Yes, Lady Daldrid.
Yeah. So what's the job?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, word around the palace is that you all are interested in Bavlorna, is that correct?
Who told you that?
Many of the members of the palace that you talked to.
She's pretty interesting, yeah. Just from behind Daldrid.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know you had so many. Okay, yeah.
You see, Bavlorna won't just speak with anyone. Only members of the Soggy Court. I thought that to help you all on your journey, I would appoint you as emissaries of the Soggy Court in return for you all returning something to Bavlorna for me.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
He turns to the knight behind him who has been holding something behind his back. He takes it from the knight and passes it on to you. It's a book.
Ooh. I look at the book.
It's a book.
On the front, it says, a big book of bad blood.
Oh.
Interesting. Excuse me, I have notes to write.
Yes, well, I, how shall I put this? We became in possession of this book, and it turns out that Bavlorna has lost it. Let her know that the Soggy Court is happy to return her possessions to her. And we hope she is doing well, and she may come and join in the entertainment and festivities whenever she wishes. Thank you all very much, and good luck on your journey.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Wait, I have a few more questions because as an upstanding citizen and upholder of the law, I want to make sure that we give Bavlorna all the information that she desires when asked. So, how did you come upon this book?
It seems another resident of Downfall purchased it from a traveling merchant. And said merchant had taken it from Bavlorna. So, just let her know we found it and you are our emissaries in giving it back. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Hold on. Wait. Have you read it?
Have a good day.
And thank you.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Sure.
Bye, frog boy.
Ribbit. Ribbit. And he scurries off back into the palace, his guards behind him.
The GM just didn't want any more questions.
Also, the king is kind of a baby.
That's true. He is.
Yeah.
Goodness. Could never start out a question. Can I? Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, so we don't forget who has it. Daldrid, you want to just put Bavlorna's book in your inventory?
Sure, I will do that right now. I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna put it. I guess in the sack. I don't know.
Hold on. God is dying.
No. Would you like a drink?
Oh God.
Luna, go check on your father.
Did someone have a question?
Yes, I did.
As did I. More about the exchange that just happened. So,
Okay, what up?
Oh yeah, you go first.
okay. Did I get a sense that he was more afraid of the book, or more afraid of what was in the book, or more afraid of Lorna?
Insight check for me.
Happily. Home. Insight. Oh, it's a +3.
I make a retroactive deception check.
Haha. Middling. 13.
Why no like? Unfortunately, you were unable to unable to know.
Sneaky frog. That's too sneaky.
He is a king after all. How good of a politician would he be if you could just read him with a 13?
I mean, he doesn't seem that good of like a person in general.
I mean, he's got a little pet crocodile. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Forgot about the whole guy. Kim, you had a question as well?
Yes. Can I Arcana check the book?
Sure.
Ooh.
Feel what the book is giving off to you.
Yup. Oh, I got a 13.
Let's see. What can you figure out with a 13? You feel a very, very faint amount of magical energy coming from the book. In your experience, an item with magical properties, even weak magical properties, would still stand out more than this book is standing out.
Wait, say that again?
So the slight bit of arcana, magical energy you can feel on this book, it's as if magic sneezed on it. Even weak magical items that you've been in the presence of have a much more prominent arcane sense to it than this book does.
Okay. 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 Then I would like to open the book and skim it. I want to look for pictures. That's what I want to look for. I want to look for pictures.
Sure. There's not many pictures. As you kind of scan the pages, flipping through it, you just see some names that stand out. You see the word bullywug. You see the word Scabatha many times. And you see the word for the other sister many times. I forgot what this other sister's name is, though. Here, this page will tell me. Endolin. So as you scan the pages of the book, no pictures stand out. There's some larger like ink blots or stains, but no pictures for you. But you recognize the word. You recognize the word bullywug once or twice, and multiple references of the name Endolin and Scabatha.
I share that with the group and add on. I don't think she likes her sister. Interesting. Can I read what the first thing says about the bullywogs?
Yeah. So that the page you saw about the bullywugs, in your skim. It just looks like a handwritten rant about the noisy idiot bullywugs that live in the swamp underneath the writer. How they're noisy and annoying and stupid and good for nothing, and goes on like that for the rest of the page.
So basically what we have here is her diary. This is not like a historical text. This is her journal where she puts her thoughts, her feelings, and her poems about her life. Okay.
Is there anything like incredibly embarrassing in there?
Ooh, I would. How long would it take me / the group to read the book?
Well, since it's a book, you'd have to go page by page and read each page.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's a normal sized book. So there's 150, 200 pages in there. If you're counting each, not 100. Yeah, sorry, like 150 like numbered pages. So one page is 2 numbers, right? The front and the back of the page.
Oh, gotcha.
So it would take you a while. As you flip through the book, it's pretty much filled. There's a couple blanker pages or pages where there might be like a large ink stain on the page, so that page was skipped. But it would take you however long it would take you to read a normal book. Is that?
I don't know how long.
Yancey, is there rules for that?
No.
For reading. How fast can you read in real life? That's the question.
I'd say yeah. I'd say you could like roll like a little intelligence check, and if you rolled high, like you could probably read it in like an hour and a half or something like that. Otherwise, it'd take you a couple hours.
Can I roll that?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Because I'm interested. I got a 17.
Okay, I'd say you could finish the book. It is handwritten, so it's not like it. The print's rather large, though there are a lot of pages. The print's rather large, and by kind of skimming through some of the non-important parts, you could probably finish the book in 2 hours if you sat down in the boat and focused on reading it and doing nothing else.
Okay. I turn to the group and I go, I could finish this book easy in like 2 hours, maybe 3. Does anybody have any qualms if I just sit and read this book real quick before we give it back to Bavlorna?
Do you want to read the book while we're rowing the raft south to the other frogman?
To our friend, right?
Oh, to
our
the
friend. Yeah.
what's his face?
Yeah. Yes, but not here. We should be on the on the boat to do that because
Yeah.
someone isn't good at secret sharing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Does that sound like a good plan?
Can we make a copy?
That would take considerably longer.
Yeah.
I was just throwing it out there.
I mean,
that is within the. I mean, it's possible. You guys are plenty intelligent enough to read and write. You would just need the materials to do so and the time to do so. And
I'll take notes as I read.
I don't believe you guys have the materials to do so. I don't think you'd have enough parchment between the four of you. But that could just be a guess.
Probably not, but I'll just... don't worry. Daldrid remembers things. And actual me will keep notes. So yeah, I can start reading the book as you guys row on the boat and go down, and you guys can start on that like other adventure without me while I continue reading the book.
I mean, we can just sit and wait while you finish it when we get there, but
Also
no sense
true.
in.
You guys are just crossing the lake. It's going to take you.
Yeah.
And what is it? Each square's 10 feet. Yeah. So I mean, it's you guys are going to be rowing for a good hard 3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, whatever works.
All right.
You guys getting back on your raft and crossing the lake?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's cross the lake. So once again, a little bit of fog. You pass through it. You arrive at the lake, the other side of the lake. As promised, there's a dock. And you guys can tie your... Same as always, you can tie your raft up to it and disembark. And go on about your day.
Chill here while Daldrid finishes reading.
Sure.
There we go.
Everybody give me a perception check, except for Daldrid, who's reading a book.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. These 20. What's my perception? Oh. Okay, cool. Where's my dice?
Haha.
Okay. I have a 16 plus 4.
Okay.
An 18 plus 4.
Okay.
And I rolled a 16 plus 5.
Okay. All of you, everybody succeeds. You all can individually choose. Would you like to look or would you like to listen? So, Dex, would you like to look or listen?
I'll listen.
Okay. Chip? And Catseye.
I'm looking.
Okay. So Chip and Catseye, as you guys are sitting there waiting for Daldrid to finish reading, you guys see this big tree. The tree looks a little bit weird. It doesn't look like the trees around it. And you see movement inside the tree. Through the fog, you can make out 4 sprites that are living inside this weird tree.
Like in the trunk, not in like the branches, right?
Correct.
It matter?
In hollow cavities in its trunk, you see some movement. As you squint and look closer, you notice that there are some sprites. Who got high? What were the Catseye? You got 21,
And yeah, I got 21.
and Chip, you got 22.
18 plus 4. So yes.
Chip, I'm gonna say you see a slight movement in the tree. This is a tree blight, which is a
Oh no.
large carnivorous ambulatory plant.
Oh, I love plants.
Nope.
Dex, you chose to listen.
I hear plants.
You hear a plant. No, from more in the straight southern direction.
Okay.
You hear a somber, almost spooky melody being played on a flute.
Okay, I hear a flute. Oh my god. What is up with this?
And we are going to play that.
Alright, I hear a flute, y'all.
As Dex points it out, you all can pick up your ears and also listen. Given all this new information, are you all still going to sit and wait for Daldrid? Or are you going to... Okay.
Yeah.
Daldrid, after about, I would say, half an hour, 45 minutes of reading, yeah, your suspicions were pretty much correct. You're going page by page and reading all the words, words, and you, it's just like a dish diary. It's Bavlorna's Big Book of Bad Blood. So it's her perspective that she's put into ink and paper on all of the basically everybody that she has disdain for, has disgust for, annoys her, she thinks is trying to swindle her or trick her. It's just her getting her frustrations out onto paper.
Nice. Now we know everything.
There's not too much of substance in there for you to gain, unfortunately. As you, it's like you're just reading someone's rants about other people. So, like I said, the Bullywug page, maybe you hear about some old towards the beginning of the book. Maybe you hear about some old kings that Bavlorna didn't like. On the next couple pages, you get a entry about one of her sisters, Scabatha, but again, nothing of substance that you guys didn't know. Just Scabatha's being such a bitch. She didn't. She said she would come over and bring this, and she didn't. She's obviously trying to take things from me. She's obviously going to try to take my house from me. This and that. It's more of, as you keep going page to page, it's more of the same and more of the same. You'll occasionally hear about a different king. You see a page on Agden Longscarf. But nothing in particular new after you're about a third of the way into the book.
I mean, are you asking me if a third of the way through the book I want to continue reading or not?
I'm telling you exactly what you know, where you are right now in the book.
Okay.
That's pretty much all you know. You've seen a couple different pages with her sisters, but as far as practical information, nothing you didn't already know.
Okay.
Just the names of her sisters and miscellaneous ways they pissed her off. They didn't come when they said they were gonna come. they they didn't bring what they said they were gonna bring. They wanted her to come over, and she doesn't want to leave the house. A bunch of rants and raves about stuff like that.
So she's paranoid, but there could still be some truth to her ravings, or some kind of like something about the other sisters that we don't know about. So I would like to continue reading.
Okay. Y'all gonna just hang out?
Yep.
I guess would this be a short rest for those of us who need it? I don't know
Sure.
when the last time we had one was,
Mm-hmm.
but
Sure, the rest of you can take a short rest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where's my...
I guess Daldrid can
That's
take a
what
short
I would-
rest. She's just reading.
Oh, all right. Do I need anything really?
Combat and actions? Oh, I'm already at full health.
Yeah, health and any limited time use stuff.
I create bonfire.
You may.
Alright.
It fills up a 5-foot square, so all of your boat is covered by people in 5-foot squares.
Not creating it on my body, or where we are. Do it right here. Perfect.
what?
It's a magical fire. That's fair. There's just a fire in the lake now.
There we go.
Does a roll a d20 for me?
Alright. Oh, wait.
No, wait. Roll a d100 for me.
A D100? I also relayed and I was like, hey, do you guys hear any flute?
Yeah, you can all hear the flute.
Yeah, we all hear a flute.
25.
Okay, that's fine.
Are there gonna be 25 flutes playing now?
No, 25 dragons come out of the water.
Oh my god. Why'd you burn our lake?
Yeah,
It's
that's
water!
that's not very nice. I liked that particular water. Daldrid,
Yes.
we'll just skip you. Roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Sweet.
Haha.
So you finish it in 2 hours
Sweet.
total. So an extra hour or so. Very similar things. I'm going to see if I can give you anything on Scabatha and Endolin for sitting there and reading the whole book. I gotta look up something to find for you.
Excuse me.
You guys already kind of know the basics of them, right? You know all of their weaknesses and where they all live and what all their names are.
Do we know their weaknesses?
We do.
Oh, okay.
Although, Enderlin sounded new to me, but I don't know.
Endolin Moongrave.
Oh, Moongrave, that was familiar. I think the horses only told us like one of their names. Like if they have yeah. We know that this is way back. Oh. Barnes allergic to widdershins. No, I only wrote down the thing that I heard. So
to keep up, you know Bavlorna's weakness.
yep.
Scabatha's is the hag. What is it? Scabatha cannot remember the first creature she sees when she wakes up. And Endlin has foreseen her own death, which happens during an eclipse. That is those are the clues from the horses.
The horse.
The unicorns. Here. Let me just skip ahead in the book a little bit. I can get to something. Give me a second here.
Anti-Bildna's weakness is
Something. She's not around.
Is small rabbits and fire chickens.
so specific.
Excuse me.
Here, I'll give you this.
Alright.
For Scabatha, you get. I'll give you 2 pieces of info.
Okay.
Wait, is that what I think it is? In one entry of the Book of Bad Blood, Bavlorna mentions Scabatha having an ugly rocking horse with a hole in its head. And for Scabatha, I will further elaborate on her weakness.
She has weakness.
The first creature she sees when she wakes up becomes invisible to her.
Interesting.
Now on to Miss Moongrave.
Oh, wait, is Moongrave a guy or a girl?
Endlin
Yes,
Moongrave.
sisters.
They're all sisters.
Indolin. Interesting. I wouldn't peg that as a female name. What do you got for me? What's the dirt on Miss Moongrave and Daldrid? Besides being very hungry when she wakes up.
I don't know. Man, they give these books so many pages. Let's go with the Nightshade. Endlin Moongrave.
Oh, there's nothing.
Huh, that's interesting.
What is it?
Okay. So from the horse, you got for Endlin. The hag you seek has foreseen her own death, which happens during an eclipse.
Yep.
The line you get from Bavlorna's journal is something to the tune of
Camptown Lady.
Camptown Lady, that's a dog.
Doodah.
Yep, that's a dog.
Doodah.
But now like it's slam poetry. Doodah.
So it's something along the lines of crafty Endlin, always messing with my stuff, always getting in my way.
Okay.
I know she wants me dead. I'd kill her myself. If only I would have killed her myself then. If only it were an eclipse.
Ooh.
This just sounds petty, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
But it does kind of solidify that she can only die during an eclipse.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I would like to give you one more piece. I just gotta find it.
Do you want Thai food?
No, I'm okay.
I just had Chick-fil-A.
During Pride Month? Wow.
Hey, hey. Their chicken sandwiches are good.
I'm just trolling. I'm not hating.
I know. I'll wear my rainbow shirt.
Into Chick-fil-A.
Oblivions. If only Bollywood masala wasn't so expensive.
I could have sworn there was something in here.
Oh, lamb curry.
Okay. I don't remember if it's here or in a different spot, but I think I can give you this. So,
Okay.
in the middle of the book, between her ravings about her sisters, which you make up most of the book in reality, one of the pages that's mostly covered by an ink spot looks to have had writing on it, but it's as if they poured ink over the page, or the inkwell had spilled over the page after it was done, and it bled through a couple pages. It's a heavy ink spot, but you can make out a few letters, a few words on the page that aren't particularly covered with ink. One of them is sister.
Okay.
One of them is good.
Okay, well, so there's a good sister.
One of them is spell. And the other one is the ink is mostly covering it, but it's a partial word. You get a capital T and a lowercase a, so ta.
Diana.
No I, but maybe. Did you get that, Daldrid? Reader of books?
I did. Maybe that is referring to Talabar. His name is T.A. That's how his starts. I'm just going through my notes to see if there's anything else or anybody else we've come across that I actually took notes on. I haven't been particularly good at taking notes, until like we got to Prismere. So.
Oh, you know what? We should have been asking people if they've seen a person with a horse head and a lady body.
You shut up. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
And what
And
about
the
centaur lady who lost her horse.
Oh yeah.
and the cat child,
And the
Yeah.
cat child.
Star or whatever.
Yeah, Starlight, Starbright.
Yep, that's
The
a
first
dog.
cat I see.
Daldrid, you are done with your book.
Thank you.
Yay!
Good job,
I
Daldrid.
throw it in the lake. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Throw it in the fire.
No, I put it away. I took it away somewhere safe so that we could give it back to Beth, and we are not going to mention anything about having read it. We'll cover Chip's mouth if necessary.
My body is ready.
All right. I put the book down and I relay all of the new information I've learned. And I say, so where are we? How long have we been here? And what's up?
We've been here for 3 days.
There's a tree with some critters on it that we'll probably have to beat up, and also some music playing.
And I'm assuming that now that I'm out of my reading trance, I can hear the music.
Yeah, you probably could have heard the music if if once Dex told the party that there was music, you could have
true.
just put an ear out and heard it.
Very true.
And I'll play it again in a second.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I guess we're gonna get off the boat.
Can we get off the boat?
Yes, less. Yeah. I will.
I dry up the lake yet?
No.
Alright. We're good, guys.
Alright. I'm following Daldrid off the boat.
Oh, alright. Now get off the boat, everyone. Now press the space bar.
This tree is really big.
I assume. Oh no, we're good. We're good.
If you guys were talking about the tree plate, Daldrid probably wouldn't have paid attention to that.
Yeah, same.
So I told her after she woke up.
She did.
She woke up.
I mean,
From my reading trance.
Yeah, she woke up from her reading nap.
There we go.
I'm just gonna look at the tree and I'm gonna go, wow, that really is a big tree.
Oh, and tied to the tree is another one of those clotheslines that you saw tied to the palace. Yeah, tied to the palace.
True.
And just like before, I mean, it's foggy, it's hard to see, but it looks the exact same. It's a line, and there's clothes hanging on it.
Are they cool clothes?
They're like patchwork garments, so they look like they've been made from other pieces of cloth and just like sewn and stitched together. Depends on what you think is cool. You kind of live in the woods, so maybe that's your style.
Nah. I'll pass.
What's the plan, guys?
Yeah.
Do any of the clothes look like they would fit a small rabbit?
It's too.
So far away from them.
Yeah, you guys are too far away. You can make out some of the clothes like that are on the line closer to the tree, but something like size and stuff you probably wouldn't be able to make out from here.
Sure. Okay.
We hang out with the plant.
Yeah. Should we go look at critters?
I want to get like this close and make a perception check on the tree.
Your perception check is interrupted
Oh dang!
as
I got too close.
as some acorns and twigs and a rock comes flying at you from inside the tree.
Ah! I used my shield.
That's fine. All the debris bonks off your shield. And the sprites stick their heads out of the tree. What's that ugly purple thing doing getting so close?
Wow, that's rude.
Ouch! My
It's all-
feelings.
I don't know, but it sure is ugly.
Oh, rude.
Small beings, we come in peace.
Intimidate them.
You're gonna be in pieces soon. They shoot a couple tiny arrows at you.
Oh my gosh.
I keep my shield up.
I get to roll to attack. I'll say they did it twice. Does an 18 hit?
I think it does. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where's my AC? Oh, it matches my AC, so it hits.
Okay, you take 1 piercing damage, and can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Stop. 1 damage, and then con saving throw copy. Paste. I got a 6.
Oh my god.
So
You're dead.
they said you're gonna be in pieces, and they shoot. Then 2 of them shoot an arrow. 1 hits your shield, but 1 finds its way above your shield and like down onto your shoulder. It's a tiny arrow because they're sprites, and they're shooting like a normal size short bow for them. So it's almost like they shot you with a toothpick. But Daldrid, you don't feel so good.
Oh no, it's poison.
I said poison.
Behind Daldrid and trying to pull her back. Like, we don't need to be here. We were looking for a frog person anyways.
What, are you guys scared of us? Come on!
I cast bonfire.
Oh my god. I am dragging Daldrid back as far as my weak little hands will go.
Dex, you're still concentrating on the fire. And are you still concentrating on the fire in the lake, or did you leave that when you left the dock?
I left that when I walked away.
Okay. Are you going to cast bonfire?
Do I see them?
So they are like cartoon squirrels. They're like tucked in little hollow holes in the trunk.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna light the whole tree on fire then.
I will help pull Daldrid.
Okay. draw your. Let me look up cast bonfire for like the 8th session in a row. Duplicate tab. What is it called? Bonfire? Is it just called bonfire?
I think it's
Create bonfire.
Create bonfire. There it is. Let's just bookmark this page. Okay, you create a bonfire on ground that you can see within range. So it has to be on the ground, and the range is 60 feet. You're well within range. Yeah, cast your bonfire. You have a 5-foot space to draw it.
Okay. Are these 20 by 20?
These are 10 by 10, so you get like
Okay.
a fourth of the squares. You get like a corner.
Alright, let's just do it right here. There we go.
As Dex casts bonfire, what do I have to do? Any creature in the bonfire space when you cast the spell must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Okay. I'd like everyone to roll initiative for me.
Good lord.
We didn't need to even be here.
Lucky for you,
Right.
trees aren't very dexterous.
Oh my god.
Look at. I got a 10 for initiative.
Oh, I
God.
got that 20. I got 20 for initiative.
But the tree saves.
Something.
The tree does not take damage from your bonfire.
Thing. 20 plus 2.
Oh, I gotta do initiative tracker again.
Why? Why?
Because you're... What are you even? You're druid?
No, I'm a ranger, my guy.
No, because your druid casted a bonfire at a tree blight. That's why.
Yeah.
Didn't need to happen.
Everybody's rolls. So, Kim, you got a 10.
Yep.
Daldrid. Nope. 10. Daldrid. Oh, Daldrid, you are poisoned.
Dang.
You don't know it, I guess, but...
Nah, I could probably figure it out. It's an arrow. What else are you gonna do with an arrow?
Poisoned.
Exactly.
You have a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So actually roll that check again with disadvantage.
Oh, what, my,
So you just roll again and see if you get lower than a 10.
I did not.
Okay. Yancey, you rolled a 19.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? You're a Cats.
I know.
Who else rolled?
I rolled a 16 plus 4.
16. You are Chip. Dex, 20.
Yeah, not 20.
And you said 16 plus 4. Is that 20 plus anything?
20 plus 2.
Okay. Okay. Give me everybody feel free to take a minute. I didn't expect this to happen. I don't know why I didn't. I need to roll for I need to roll for these guys real quick. And I lost my page. Cool. It just disappeared into the fucking ether. Oh. Also, I got disconnected from that. Cool. Where did my shit go? Why?
Why what?
I think there's a hotkey somewhere for Discord that's fucking up.
Um,
That would explain why you keep blooping in and out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Whatever.
More drink. More drink. Who could have known that that was going to happen again?
There was no way to tell.
Oh my god. Why?
I just wanted to look at it. It's a tree.
We didn't even have to. We knew that it was a live tree with things inside of it. We could have done. We had a mission. Ah,
Well, this is a side mission to the mission.
it's you getting poisoned for who knows how long.
I got poisoned. Would lay on hands work to cure poisoning or no?
I don't know. What does lay on hands do?
I don't know.
It's like at a higher level, you can expend more of your lay on hands pool to cure poison or heal.
Okay.
I don't know if you're at that high of a level yet.
Well, I mean, I'm only level 2, so probably not. I would assume not.
Initiative's just D20 plus Dex, right?
Yeah.
So, oh my god, Discord, why? My Discord is just scuffed. It keeps being bad.
It's okay. We don't blame you.
I blame Discord.
Not yet, we don't.
I didn't even hit any buttons that time.
I just decided the call was over. Next one.
Thanks, Discord.
Welcome.
Anytime.
See how empty her head is? I ever look like my head is that empty?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna restart Discord real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh shit.
Excuse me.
Do you want to drink my milk leavings from my Oreos?
No,
Why not?
you have to drink it.
But I don't like milk.
Dang, that sucks. Fireworks. Cut them. Oh, it's big. Up.
Okie doke. Everybody ready for some bullshit? God damn it. Fucking Discord. Oh, this time it just fucking closed. Cool. Well, it was some bullshit. Let us see. Apologies, my Discord just wants to keep closing.
Nice.
Yep, it's a great feature. I like it.
It's the best.
Bear with me. If worse comes to worse, I'll just talk through Kim's mic or something.
We'll figure out a way.
Yeah. It's going to start off with another arrow shot at one of you guys. Let's see who. At Dex.
Wow.
Does a 15 hit?
I do not think so. My AC is 16.
That's a miss. An arrow flies over your shoulder, nearly missing Fred.
How dare they?
Oh, you're gonna get it now! Big Barkless is up. Oh god, I have too many fucking tabs. Dex, you're up.
my fire doing anything to the tree?
So not at it does not look like it's lit the tree on fire or caused the tree damage as of yet. But you know that on the tree's turn, it'll have to dex save again.
All right. First look check. I want to see what exactly we're fighting.
Okay.
19.
19. Is that with your proficiency?
I think my proficiency is +2.
So 21. Sure. So you're fighting a tree blight. It's a huge plant.
Okay, cool.
And 4 sprites, which are tiny fae.
It's kind of messed up.
You know that the sprites are very weak, but this tree blight is very strong. It is stronger than the knights.
Oh shit!
All right. So,
It's pretty good.
If the tree had
Perhaps-
a weakness to fire damage, would it say that on its chart, Yancey?
Yes, it would.
Where would it say that?
Vulnerabilities. So beneath like skill proficiency, it's saving throw bonuses and skill proficiencies, which it probably doesn't have any because it's a tree.
Yeah, it just says it's immune to a couple things.
Okay.
It'd be
so
in that area, right?
Yes, it would.
I just figured maybe it has weakness to fire damage. Well, it does not. Here you go, Dex. It does not. It is not weak to fire damage.
Wow.
Pokemon has lied to you.
I know. I've been bamboozled. Wait, are the sprites? I'm assuming the sprites are just in the tree then.
Yes, the sprites, like I said, like cartoon squirrels, they live inside the tree. They are still inside the tree, and they're like archers on a castle, poking out to shoot arrows at you. You can see them, but they effectively have 3/4 cover.
Okay. What's the best way to go about this?
The tree has not yet moved, but you can see it's starting to rip its roots out of the earth and starting to become animate.
Oh shit.
all right. I think retreat would be something to consider.
That's what I said first. As a tree.
Alright, well, if we do that, I'm alright with that. But, we got shot at, and I don't take kindly to that.
They did 1 damage.
And they poisoned Daldrid, alright?
Yeah.
You can take kindly to that and still dip out so we don't die.
We can still dip out, but I'm gonna throw an ice knife at the phase first.
I mean, it's still your turn, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta look up ice knife. It's an attack roll first, so go ahead and make your attack roll.
Ooh, 15.
Anybody remember what 3/4 cover is?
15 plus 6.
3/4 cover is a +5 to AC.
And what's your total, Dex?
15 plus 6.
You hit. Roll damage.
Alright, 1d10 plus 2d6.
So there's 4. There are 4 sprites. I'm gonna say they're spread out in the tree.
Okay.
I'll just give you the name. It's Mintleaf, Bitsy, Dandy, and Timpella. You were shot at by Mintleaf. You don't recall who shot Daldrid.
Okay. I guess I'm going for Mitleaf.
She's gonna be. Yeah, let's roll. I don't have a picture of Big Barkless. So their Discord.
Candace.
I hate Discord.gg.
you want to use my Discord now, or do you want to try a little bit again?
I'm just gonna tough it out. Like it wasn't like this during the beginning.
Yeah.
It'll be annoying. So mint leaf is in like the top leftmost quadrant. But unfortunately, like, so you're gonna hit mint leaf, but your the explosion's not gonna be able to hit anybody else.
Will it hit the tree?
Yes, it will hit the tree. You can do tree damage. It will absolutely hit the tree.
Our 1d10 piercing.
Okay, roll damage.
It is a 6.
Okay, it's dead. I love Discord. Yeah, it's dead.
Oh.
Do you see your ice knife fly straight into the sprite's exposed head, and the sprite falls down as before the ice knife explodes, and the tree has to make a dex saving throw.
It's 14.
And the tree fails. So 2d6 cold damage. You want to roll that?
Yeah. Does it take the piercing too?
No. Only the target takes the piercing.
Interesting. Alright, it is a 3 and a 4.
So 7 cold damage to the tree. Okay. Witchlight. No, we're good there. Sprites. We're good there. Who is next?
Oh, can I move?
This page. Oh yeah, for sure. You can do the rest of your turn.
Well, we'll do our steady retreat now. With me, Fred.
You're a dog.
She's a dog.
Go lay down.
Move back here.
You have 5 more feet of movement, or you can end your turn there.
I guess I'll move here. Is this a rock I can hide behind?
No, that is not a rock you can hide behind.
Alright, well, we're... Alright, that's it. That's the end.
Oh, I need to.
We can dip out
fucking-
now.
I need to make a tree. I need a tree blight, don't I?
I mean, you don't have to.
No, he can move.
Yep.
Yancey, what's huge? Is it 10 by 10?
Large? No. Large is 10 by 10. Huge is 15 by 15, I believe. Double checking. Yep. Huge takes up 9 squares.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, but it's a rectangle, so it's being difficult.
But our squares are 10 by 10, and if it's supposed to be 15 by 15, then
Yeah.
he would take 1.5 of our squares.
Yes.
Or
yeah, if you count a quarter of the square as 1 square, it would take up 9.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't expand it quite properly, but that's going to be good enough for now. Dex, you ran. Another sprite has a turn. And hearing the wails of its dead brethren, it's going to duck into the tree. Actually, it'll shoot an arrow first. Fuck you guys.
Wow.
At Daldrid, and I know a 13 misses,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll duck into the tree, in which it has full cover. Chip, it's your turn.
Daldrid, can Daldrid still move, or are we still dragging her?
Yes, the Daldrid can move.
Okay.
She's not. She does
She's
not.
just
She does not appear to be unable to move efficiently.
all right. Let's see. We can move 40 feet. I'll get about here and end my turn.
Catseye.
This is dumb. Why are we doing this? I'm just walking away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 on that diagonal. And if it counts for anything, I'm taking the dodge action.
Okay. Another tree blight, or what is this? Another tree blight shows up from the water. Another sprite takes a pot shot at Daldrid. Critical fail. It misses.
It hits its.
It hits the tree.
Nope. He didn't pull the bow back far enough, so it just falls straight to the ground. And that sprite will duck into the tree. Daldrid, it's your turn. Actually, Daldrid, what's your dexterity score?
I don't know. Let me look. My score or my bonus?
Your score, please.
My score. Okay. Dexterity?
Yes.
It's a 10.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
You and the tree are tied.
Oh.
Who gets to go first?
Y'all beat up the tree.
No, we don't.
Oh, well, you got lucky.
You said D20, right?
Yep. You need to beat a 1.
Well, I got a 14!
Okay, you can go first.
Yay! Do I have to disengage since I haven't made any, attacks?
No. The effective combat range of the tree is the picture, not the tree on the map.
Nice.
But let me see what its reach is. It can't be like. I can't imagine it's 40 feet. No, it's 15 feet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna square this guy up. Oh god, where's my mouse?
So disengaging wouldn't do anything.
You're not in combat range with it, so.
No,
Okay.
you're not in combat range with it.
That's what I was trying to figure out, whether I should disengage or dodge. And I'm gonna do what Dex did, or what Catseye did. I'm gonna dodge. I'm gonna take the dodge action, but I'm gonna run away. I just gotta check my speed. So 80 feet. We're going to work at 30 feet. So that's 10, 20, 30 feet. Run away.
Okay. It's the tree's turn. Discord crashed. Thank you, Discord. You guys see as the tree finishes ripping its roots out of the ground.
Yeah.
And it starts moving towards you.
Nice, nice.
As it does, the clothesline snaps, and many of the garments, it snaps in the middle, So there's still a piece of the line like now hanging into the lake, and the garments that were attached to it fall into the lake.
No,
It
the garments. I could have worn those.
It creaks and roars menacingly as it moves towards you. And it's the next person's turn. It's a sprite. They have range. The only people in range, I think. No, Chip's in range as well.
Chip doesn't have to be in range.
Everybody's in range, but...
Oh no.
Oh wait, yes, you... No. I remember how to read range. Never mind. 1, 2, 3. 2, Daldrid again. Does a 19 hit?
No, but I also took the dodge action.
Was it? That means I attack at disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. A 19 doesn't hit you?
Oh no, sorry, a 19 does hit me.
Does a 17 hit? Yes.
No.
Does a 17 hit you? No. Okay.
No.
You dodge out of the way of the tiny arrow,
Yay.
and that sprite also ducks itself into the tree, and we're on to Dex.
All right. Well, it seems like we should all go in a boat right now. So that's what we'll all do.
I was thinking
I made
the same thing.
my movement 30, 10, 10. I'm like right here. Practically on the boat. All right.
Okay.
I also ready a dodge action.
You just dodge.
Okay, cool.
The blights are hiding. Chip.
Alright. Can I move through your square, Dex?
Yeah.
I will go. Actually, I'll go here. Yeah. And I will also dodge.
Okay. Catseye.
Yelling back. I'm really sorry about my friends and your friends, and maybe one day we can just get along or something. I don't know. Bye. And I'm on the boat.
Or an oil flask 5.
Daldrid.
Oh, my turn already. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the sprites are hiding.
So I'm running to the boat. 10, 20 on the boat.
Okay. Tree's turn.
Oh. He flips our boat.
He's standing at the edge of the water. And he or the tree, it slams its slams its branches into the dock.
Oh, good boy, Doc.
Let's see how much damage it does.
No damage. The dock is fine.
No. And somehow I lost my... There we go. There we go. He slams his branch down into the dock. It splinters and boards go flying. There's holes in it, but it's not destroyed yet.
Nice. Good job, guys.
And that's the tree's turn. That's top of the order, Dex.
Oh, I guess I start to try to row away.
You are still tied to the dock.
Oh no. God damn it. I untie from the dock.
That's going to take your whole action.
Alright, someone else can put the rest away.
And I think that the dock is still stable enough for you to untie from it. You guys can use the rest of your turns to... because you guys don't have a paddle boat, right? Or a oar boat. You have a raft with a stick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys push off into the lake. After much more roaring and smashing, the blight disappears back to whence it came. Oh, and another map appeared.
Oh yeah.
You guys survived the tree blight attack.
We solved your puzzle.
We
You
have to talk about Feywild etiquette, my guys.
failed the puzzle.
Oh, they shot at us first, alright?
Because we interact, we didn't have to even go talk to them. There was no need to go to the tree.
I'm just saying, there was no reason to shoot Daldrid.
And there was no reason to shoot them. We could have just ignored them. It was one damage. It was one damage.
It
We didn't have to
was.
do that.
I was already walking away.
You can't come at us like that.
Am I still
You're
poisoned?
fighting arrows.
We'll say you guys pushed out into the middle of the lake and you've been sitting there for a minute or a couple minutes maybe after catching your breath. After a little bit, no, you're not. You were only poisoned for 1 minute.
Okay, that's good.
Talk, guys.
I would like to use one lay on hands to recover my 1 hit point.
Okay, mark it off.
Alright. I just gotta do it. Oops, hold on. Okay, I did it. I mean, if we're in the middle of the lake, we can still... Oops, no, I just created another one. There we go. We can like go around to like the other side where the tree isn't, and we can make our way to the dude from there. Like, here, I'll
The
I'll
way that
make...
we were starting to go before the king summoned us.
Yeah. Like, if we land around... Oh, man, that's a very skinny X. I was gonna make it like thick. How do Oh, that's how it changed. Oh, I like this. Okay, like here. Boop, boop, like there.
Mhm.
Made a red X on where we could go. Or over here. I put another red X on this bit. Well, those, sorry, those look like cliffs. I don't know if we could do.
Yeah, that might not work.
Yeah, that looks raised.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about it more, or what are we doing?
No,
Um,
I'm
I think we
cool
should-
going
we
back
can
to the
do it
docks.
in the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move your player. Like, do what you're gonna do.
Alright, how do we move all our rafts?
You can
I
just
know, I
move
was
your, just start moving to where you guys want to go. I can pick up the raft and the stragglers.
No? Where's my children?
I'm gonna delete the X.
Okay. So you guys
Oh,
are going
no.
to Daldrid's X.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Paste.
What happened?
Why
Here.
oh my goodness. I have to close my whiteboard and open it back up again. It's acting really weird.
Yeah, I deleted your X.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Moving the raft. Moving
Got the
Catseye.
raft.
If Daldrid is in the middle of the lake, can you also move her?
I'm moving
Along
Daldrid
with Chip.
and Chip. Daldrid, stay there. I'm moving you back on the raft, buddy. Okay. So you guys push yourselves over to this side of the lake. You guys recognize this is the pathway you guys came in from Brigand's Tollway.
Mhm.
So you can basically run your raft ashore. But there is no means of securing your raft here. The docks, you can kind of tie it to the, tie it to a post, but...
Question.
Mm-hmm.
This right here. Oh, that was okay. Is that a tree?
Sure.
We can tie it to the tree.
Oh,
Like we can
okay. You do have
Like-
many feet of hempen rope.
Yeah. It's 50 feet, so yeah, we have plenty of rope.
We could either tie it or pick up the raft and bring it ashore.
You guys are accustomed to carrying the raft.
I mean, what I was gonna suggest is pick it up, bring it on shore, and also tie it to the tree for good measure, because we've experienced some like tides here in Prismere.
That's fair.
So I figured it's like putting on your parking brakes.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So are you
Okay.
guys going to pick up the raft and bring it to shore? Bring it to the tree?
Yes.
Okay. Just realistically, that's going to be hard because you're in the water. So, like, close to the shore, it's shallow water. So you guys are going to have, like, a team on the land pulling it ashore and then a team in the water pushing it up. It's just going to take some more time.
Okay, fine.
Okay, by the between all the stuff you've done since morning, I'm just going to say by noon you get it to the tree.
Look at that. One time.
Good hustle, team.
And you all and your raft are tree.
And then the tree was also a blight.
You guys are where exactly? 19. I'll give you the little blurb. Before you stands a tower. A 10-foot-high raised wooden platform stands atop a mound of mossy earth and mud. Two bullywugs laze at their guard post atop the platform, occasionally peering through a long spyglass mounted on a swivel. A frayed clothesline, attached to one corner of the watchtower, is festooned with patchwork garments. The line stretches out toward the nearby lake before disappearing in the fog.
We can just go past, I guess. We don't have to draw attention to our presence.
Okay.
Start just walking towards the wooden plank path that I see over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just start going.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Go right here.
Okay, yeah. You pass by the guard post or the watchtower with no issues. And you arrive at a wooden plankway.
Nice.
So I guess think about this all as a hill. So the watchtower, you can kind of see the outlines of the hill in the kind of swirly lines that surround it.
Mm-hmm.
So the tree's kind of at the base of the hill, and the watchtower stands atop like a 10-foot high hill from like sea level.
Gotcha.
So you guys kind of walk around the hill. You see this kind of wooden plank, kind of acting as the stairs-ish, going down the hill. Kim, I hear you talking outside, but I don't hear you in Discord.
Oh, do you hear me now?
Yes.
I don't know what happened.
Me neither.
Discord's being weird today. I'm ready to go. Just move myself.
Okay.
Let's go here. I do kind of want to look at whatever these pond things are with the sparkles.
Funnily enough, I got nothing.
Oh, okay. It just looks pretty.
Just flavor text, yeah.
Cute.
Just some ponds of similar swampy water. Discord!
Not happy.
Discord!
That is what he said.
Yeah, just some puddles of swamp water.
Okay.
But as you look at the puddles, beyond it, up on this hill, you notice something of import.
Oh.
Everybody make a perception check for me.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Where's my perception?
Oh, you got 15 plus 2.
Perception. Copy. Paste. I got a nat 20!
Yeah, you must perceive.
I have perceived a thing! Better than anyone has perceived a thing before.
Anybody else?
I rolled an 11 plus 4.
And I got a 12 total.
Oh, okay.
I got
Daldrid.
15 2.
Yep. So Daldrid and Dex, you guys see Uh, a bulbous green-black cauldron with a thick lid sits above a bed of hot coals. It sits on 6 sturdy iron legs that protrude from its curved bottom, like the extremities of a crab. A wooden ladle hangs from a lanyard looped around the lid's knob.
Nice.
You read it again, please.
Sure. A bulbous green-black cauldron with a thick lid sits above a bed of hot coals on 6 sturdy iron legs that protrude from its curved bottom like the extremities of a crab. A wooden ladle hangs from a lanyard looped around the lid's knob.
Do you want to check it out?
I have a thing. I have a thing that I want to use, but I don't think I'm close enough. Hold on. Let me read a thing and then I will tell you yes or no. Okay. Okay. 60 feet. Are we? I'm not 60 feet from it. Hold on. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, if I stand here, which is exactly 60 feet from it, can I use divine sense?
Sure.
Okay, I have to mark it off that I used it. But I would like to use my divine sense. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is what you put in the comments. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to such forces. Until the end of your turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type of celestial fiend or undead of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. So, like, I would know what it is, but not who it is. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hollow spell. You can use this feature, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, yeah. You get. I don't think you get anything. Let me check one thing though. Yep. Sorry, you don't. You feel nothing divine.
Okay. Can I Arcana check it from here?
Sure.
Oh, what happened? Okay. Sorry. Okay, but I will Arcana check it. Boop, 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 boop. 13.
You can feel. You can definitely feel some magic coming from the magic cauldron.
Okay, good.
Right.
But I can't tell if it's bad magic or good magic.
Correct.
Well,
Your
it's
divine.
already on fire.
I would like to intimidate the cauldron. No, I'm kidding.
So like your divine sense is like if you can find something that's either consecrated or desecrated or something of like strong evil or good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. not that it's not like evil or good magic. There's just nothing like there's no entity that is evil or good or celestial or fiend that is there.
Okay. Or any object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Correct.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I share with the group what I found out. I can go back over. And I say, do we want to get closer to it, or should we leave it alone for now? The last thing we got closer to tried to kill us.
I would like to say that it's already on fire, so I can't do anything.
I mean, I can punch it.
I want to punch it?
I mean, I wouldn't punch anything.
All right, Steven, all right, Chip, are you gonna go punch it?
I don't think so.
All right, I think we could probably just move along.
Yeah, we can come back to it after the thing we're doing here.
Yeah, so let's keep going, everyone. All right, where's the next stop?
Oh.
Crossroads.
Kim, talk for me.
Me? Hello? Hello, hello?
No, you're good. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
I do what I can.
Talk for me again.
Me? Hello, hello?
So
Hello, hello. What?
just the reactive images are bugged, but it looks like it's only in OBS that it's bugged.
Oh, sorry.
Which means it's bugged on the stream.
Aw, I'm sorry.
But like it works in browser. I don't know.
I forgive you, man.
I don't want to deal with it right now.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Thanks, man.
I probably need to restart OBS, which means restarting the stream, which I don't want to do.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give Steven a menu.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, take 5, everybody.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
Max, you want to order for your mother?
There you go.
I think we're just taking off.
Problem is, I couldn't take into the critters inside because I'm a punching guy. They're shooting arrows.
Just touch the tree.
I couldn't punch the tree.
And then you pop them.
I like their chicken.
You like chicken feet and people.
She was attacking. Yeah.
What you get? Get anything. We have to take something.
I'm over here now. Yeah, Bryce, so I don't need to get them.
Did you pick?
Yeah. You didn't get anything.
I'm not hungry.
You're gonna get hungry later.
I'll be hungry then.
What do you
I'll
want?
eat something then.
You don't want anything here?
Maybe I'll have soup. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Woof, woof, that's a dog. Oh, woof, that's a dog. Is everybody back yet?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Fancy Yancey?
Did you fix it, Landis?
Fix what?
Where you fix
The
it?
stream.
No, it's, I don't care anymore.
Forgive you.
It's just broken forever now.
Do be like that.
Crack my back.
Wanna go up here?
No.
Why not? Or
I want to go down.
just come here.
No, I don't like.
You haven't tried it.
I want to go down here.
Just go up here. So we can see if it works better or not.
Oh, my legs crack.
See, look, it's working already.
Stop yelling.
Go up more. more? Or no? Okay, that's too much. There we go. Okay, let's do that.
Oh, it hurts so much more.
Perfect. All right, what are we waiting for?
Yancey.
Oh, are we gonna punch the cauldron?
You guys said you would come back to the cauldron later.
All right, cool. Sounds good, homie.
Bella.
Steven.
There's something I was going to make today. See if it was not terrible. I'll have that to you. Can you open this for me? Thank you.
You're just gonna drink it straight?
No,
I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you.
that's disgusting. Bellatrix.
Yancey, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm right here.
You're not Yancey.
How did he know? Hi, Bella.
I brought you a gift.
All right, you get her back legs. Oh no, other way. You get her front legs. I'll get her back legs.
No.
Come on.
No, I'll die.
You'll be fine.
She'll kill me.
Then I'll get her front legs and you get her back legs.
Yancey, you're muted, so I can only assume you're dead or not here. Don't be dead, that would be bad.
Do you want me to text him?
I guess.
Not dead, just pooping.
Oh, pooping.
Pooping!
Pooping.
That's pretty good.
How was it?
Here, Bella, stop trying to run away. We're cuddling. Cuddling, Bella. Got this belly. Your belly, girl. Oh my goodness. Where you going, Bella? You're here forever. Still dancing. Oh, she's dancing. She doesn't like it.
Why are you torturing the
Doesn't like
cat?
it. Oh no! Ah!
You have no one to blame but yourself.
No, I can blame you.
Oh my goodness. The biggest Bella Zoom.
Did you feed Max yet? He's hungry.
It's not dinner time.
It's like 6.
She gets fed at like 10.
That's so late. No wonder she's sad all the time.
She'll be fine.
Are we ready to play now, or are we still pooping?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay, sick.
Don't poop.
How was the poop?
It was pretty good.
Nice. Okay. You guys saw the cauldron, and you checked out the cauldron, and you didn't really get much. So, what's the plan?
We continue forward.
Yep.
Okay, you're on like a wooden plankway. It's still over land, but you can see it goes over the water. And there's a hut to your south, a hut right there to the north, and further down the plankway you see another hut over there in the east. Oh, I'm gonna make another map.
Perfect.
Okay, let me get the map. Okay, so what do we see anything like specific about the huts?
Nope,
They don't have like a little name on them or anything.
nope. No convenient labels.
What?
They are huts with roofs and closed doors.
Alright, well, we're going to the last hut, right?
I think so.
Alright, let's go to the last hut
I
then.
don't
Let's see
know.
what could happen.
I mean, the huts are all the same, right?
Right.
How do we know which one we're going to?
Oh yeah, we should probably start knocking on some doors.
You were told where the hut was.
Oh,
That is something you could have written down.
I probably forgot. So just direct us to which hut we're going to. I don't
It's
know which
the one to the southeast of the tree, so it's the farthest one over.
one. Oh, okay. Let's go there.
Now let's go. Just gonna make my way.
Downtown.
Yeah. Fred, you are so small.
Once again, as you get kind of closer to this area, you start to hear music. You start to recognize it's coming from this. This over here is a patch of mushrooms.
Oh,
Nice. Do we investigate? Can we do a perception check on if we can see exactly where the music is coming from?
Sure.
Okay. 13 plus where's home? Plus 4, so 17.
It's coming from the mushroom patch.
But we don't see exactly.
Nope, it's a little foggy.
Do we want to investigate, y'all?
Sure.
I don't know.
Alright, well, I'll go ahead. I try to look for where the music is coming from.
Okay. You're gonna follow the music. Is anybody going with Dex?
I'll go with him.
I'll go. Oh, I mean,
I'm gonna stay piggyback by the, not like in front of the door, but close enough to the Illig's hut, house, place.
Okay.
I will stay with Catseye then, because he has wanderer's feet and no sense of direction.
It's
Okay.
the best combination.
For you guys, you're just sitting by the bullywug hut. The door is closed. For the Toadstool Patch, your heart suddenly feels cold, filling you with a sense of loneliness that borders on despair. A haunting, melancholy tune played on a flute reaches out to you from somewhere within a field of oversized toadstools. As you follow the music, you see a slender elf with pale blue skin and black hair sits curled in the shadow. With pale blue skin and black hair, he sits curled in the shadow of a gray, 6-foot-tall toadstool, playing a somber tune on a double flute.
Howdy.
I asked them if the revolution lives on.
And then we got murdered.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just name this guy wrong. Pretty sure it's supposed to be this guy.
Oh, that's hot.
Calm yourself.
He's not even blue!
I don't draw these, bro.
But I got this. Got it. Was it pale blue?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Oh god.
It's blue now, everyone. Alright?
Good to know.
So, what do you guys do?
We talked to him. And say, hello, howdy, sir.
Hello, friend.
Oh. Hello. He puts the flute down.
What has brought you here? And why do you play such a sad song?
Oh. It would probably bore you.
What's your charisma? Persuade him.
-1.
Ooh, mine's like 2.
The only charismatic person in the party is Daldrid. You are all antisocial sociopaths.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Wouldn't have asked if I didn't want to know.
I could do 3 things really well with him. I could persuade him, I could perform with him, or I could intimidate the hell out of him. That's it, that's all I got.
Alright.
Oh, or I could deceive him.
You're not there, so you'll do nothing.
True.
Chip said, if I ask because I want to know, basically.
Yes.
Oh, well, my name is Octavian Melamna. I came here to speak with Bavlorna. I wanted some magic to help me forget about my lost loves. I struck a deal. In return, she wanted my heart. And she took it. She replaced it with something else. I do not feel anything.
Damn, that sucks, bro.
You're telling me, bro.
Well, what are you gonna do now?
Well, I know what she did wasn't right. She tricked me.
Yeah?
But
Yeah, she has a tendency of doing that.
I feel no anger. There's no reason for me to go storming in there trying to get my heart back. So I just sat down here and started playing.
Alright, we need. I'm talking to Chip now. It's like Chip, we need some charisma over here. Can you get Daldrid and Catseye?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna give you guys a hint. There's you're you're more than welcome to go get Daldrid and Catseye. He's not keeping anything from you.
Right.
He's you don't need to like persuade him or deceive him. He's I've given you almost all the useful information.
yeah. I think we're just gonna have to get his heart back, and that's like we can't tell him like, oh, you do have a heart. That's it, or something. We have to like do his quest.
Can we have him join us? That's why I would want to get charisma.
Might be better if he doesn't.
Think so?
He just seems like a sad liability right now.
Yeah. But if he dies, it wouldn't really be a problem either.
One way to look at it.
And that's another target for someone else. Which is kind of mean, but he's got nothing to lose.
Say just leave him there.
Alright, well.
We will get you what you have lost. And if we do, then I have another solution that could help you. If you want to go to the Brigand's Tollway, they have things that can remove memories, and you won't pay such a heavy toll.
Oh, wish I knew that earlier, I guess. If you're going to Bavlorna's, knowing her, she kept my heart as some kind of trophy. Couldn't tell you where it is, but I'm sure it's there somewhere.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Thank you for your time and your words, but I should get back to my flute.
Being sad?
He's not sad, he's
Empty.
empty, yeah.
Classic.
He goes back to playing on his flute.
Alright. Talking to you, man.
Right,
Bro.
we return and oh my gosh.
Did you make a map?
No,
I made it
I made a chip.
Oh god, what are you doing?
Chip.
All hail. We tell Daldrid and Catseye about the elf and that we have to get his heart
Or else.
because he's a sad boy.
Okay, so our list of things to do at Bavlorna's
Yeah, it
includes
just keeps increasing.
return book, find Octavian's heart, and what else do we have to do?
Get my sense of direction and find the satyr.
Okay. Get
You could also beat her up.
Yeah.
I thought that
I
was a
mean,
gift.
we don't really have to as long as we get everything, but I feel like we might have to beat her up in order to get everything.
Perfect.
sit on the scissors, Sheila. Good.
Oh wait, we also have to get Clapperclaw's head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we also have to get ahead. You're right. Gotta get ahead of the game.
And upper side. Is cat's eye all one word?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. I made an actual list. So we don't forget.
All right. Who wants to knock on Illig's door?
I'll do it.
All right, good, because I had a different option that you were not gonna like.
Yeah, that checks out.
You knock on the door. There is no answer.
Is it unlocked?
It is.
I open the door.
Dead. It blows up.
The wooden door to this dwelling is closed but not locked. This hut has a steep thatch roof. A small wooden chest rests in the middle of the floor, and scattered around it are 6 fraying silk cushions. The air in here carries the stench of decaying fish. A lit brazier hangs from a rafter, providing the dwelling's only light. No bullywugs are present.
Oh no, he's been caught, everyone. Because perception?
Or investigation.
Oh yeah, investigation would be a better one.
Okay.
Let's see what my...
To investigate, you guys have to go inside and and investigate something.
Go inside.
Yeah, I'll join in on the investigation train. I hold Catseye's hand. Come.
I was gonna say, I keep watch outside. You know, make sure nothing comes inside while we're peeking around.
Okay, don't move.
Okay. I mean, you can keep the door open. I'll just be here.
I'm
Are you still gonna
investigating
talk?
for signs of struggle.
What's up?
I'm gonna investigate for signs of struggle.
Okay.
I would like to investigate just generally everything, being nosy as possible.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, 16.
I got a 3. I'm not nosy. I'm bad at investigating.
I will roll perception. I rolled a 12. Perception.
Okay. Between all of you guys, not a lot of new information. Jose, you do not find any signs of struggle. This appears to just be miscellaneous home of, maybe not home, but dwelling that the bullywugs use from time to time. The cushions look worn in. The brazier's lit, so someone lit it at some point relatively recently, probably within the day. But there's nothing else of import that you notice.
Gotcha.
Did we try one of the other houses?
Wait, can we just open the chest? Whoa, what is that?
I don't know.
Is that on purpose or?
Oh, Yancey, are you by the window?
Am I like in the house?
Yeah.
No, I'm in like the kitchen. Was there a loud noise from?
I think it was yours. I don't know. It sounded like something, like a motorcycle went past.
Nope.
Okay, I don't know.
Oh.
That's the extent of my IRL investigation.
Okay, so I say we open the chest and see what's up.
I second that motion.
Wait, where's Landon?
I'm here, bro.
Okay, so we're opening up the chest, homie.
Okay. You open the chest. It's unlocked. The small wooden chest contains cookware, spices, old fish bones, and a mummified toad.
I take the toad.
Okay. You
All right,
you add mummified toad to your inventory.
Yeah, I do.
You could do it in mummified toad. Chip.
How much does it weigh?
It,
How big is it?
0. It's like a normal sized toad, not a bullywug.
Okay. Would have been pretty
So
funny.
Chip needs 2 hands, but it would fit in one of yours.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing else that we can do here, huh? Do we want to talk to the other houses and see what's up?
Yeah, might as well.
Mhm.
Gonna mosey on about. I'm just gonna move myself over here. Don't know why I'm tilted, but that's alright.
Okay. You guys all gonna go back from whence you came?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell Catseye that we didn't really find anything interesting, but I did find this mummified toad.
Oh, cool.
And that we're going to look in one of the other houses.
Okay. Where do you guys go next?
I guess the closest one. The one that's a north house.
Okay.
Okay.
You arrive at Bullywug Hut, the other one.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Alright, who wants to knock?
I can.
Thank you.
Knock, knock.
You knock on the door. You hear from inside the hut. Yeah. Push the note under the door. Ribbit.
The note? Which note? The one I have?
Probably
I
the
guess-
note that said to come talk to what's his name.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Is that mine?
You did receive it,
Okay, so alright.
but
So I'll do it.
you gave it to Fred to eat.
Oh, damn.
Push Fred under the door.
Damn it.
Wait. I want to use psionic mind real quick. I want to just give
What's
a
what
Fred
are the? You gotta tell me the limits on it again. Do you need to see the creature or know the creature?
I have to see the creature. I can see Fred.
Oh, you're gonna talk to Fred.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Fred.
Okay.
Who else would I talk to?
I thought you were gonna talk to the guy behind the door. Okay.
Oh no, I can't see him. I can see Fred. So I want to tell Fred, if that note is anywhere in your body, please cough it up. Literally.
Fred just looks at you. And then like he goes over on the ground so where there's like a leaf and he pecks at it and eats it, and you see these like pecking holes in it and eating it like small bit by small bit.
Oh, that's how he ate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a chicken. You told him to eat it.
Alright, push Fred under the door.
Alright, well, hold on. Let's see if we can persuade this guy to let us in without having to do the note.
I mean, I can just.
Hey, you guys still out there? What are you doing?
Yeah, we got a situation. I didn't know if I was supposed to save the note or not, so my chicken ate it.
You're hold on. You hear some croaking in the background. Yeah, all right. Well,
I can tell you what.
yeah. What did the note say?
Told us to find Illit, and that the revolution lives on.
You hear more scuffling and some more croaking inside. Yeah, okay. You hear a bar lift from inside, and the door opens.
Perfect. See, look, we didn't even need that note.
And now we cast bonfire.
We are friends of the king. How dare you? Bonfire. That'd be fun.
Standing just inside the door is a jittery bullywug with a spear, and behind this guard is a wooden crate with hunting gear piled atop it. Huddled in the back of the hut are 4 more bullywugs. Tension hangs heavy in the air as one of the huddled bullywugs signals you to enter and join their conversation.
All right.
We do.
So do we go in?
Yeah.
We're going in now. Okay.
Yeah.
I want this seat. All right. There we go. There we go.
Oh my.
The background didn't remove properly.
That's
Oh my
interesting.
goodness. That's a big boy.
He looks like a usurper if ever I've seen one. It looks like he made a crown out of a barracuda.
Nice.
Mhm.
Pretty cool.
Maybe because Gullop's pet is a crocodile.
Oh wait, he also has a head on his hip. Can we give that to the other guy?
Oh yeah.
He looks like a normal bullywug. I just wanted to get another thing to represent him.
Oh, okay.
This is just me Googling bullywug and picking a couple different pictures. He does not look exactly like this. So you see the guy that looks different beckons you in. You guys step in through the door, and he beckons you towards the huddle, towards the group. They're talking together, not like out. Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jose, you sounded like you're talking through a sock.
Am I still?
No, you.
No, they're fine now.
Okay. I think that was just a weird thing.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, we're seeing what they have to say.
Yeah.
They're doing a
We
little
go to join the huddle.
Yeah, they're doing a little powwow.
One of the bullywugs in the back. So you're the guys that caused all that ruckus and got thrown in jail, huh?
I will take partial blame for this.
I will take no blame.
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah, Gullop's kind of a weirdo. Yeah, he's just got no chill, man.
Yeah. Does have no chill.
Now Illig here, one of the guy that's talking, slaps Illig on the back, who hasn't talked yet. He's what a king should be. Yeah, he's smart and he's super cool and he's not a baby like Gullop.
Dang, you just called the king a baby? That's intense, bro.
Yes. Illig speaks up.
Oh no. Stop.
Gullop is a witless buffoon, unworthy of the crown.
Wow.
No. No.
Kim's fucking dying. I can hear her through my headphones, but Discord is not picking her up.
Perfect. Oh, I thought that was a cat.
I hate all of them.
I will declare myself the rightful king.
God
Well, what do you want from us?
He shows you a drawing on the mud floor. It depicts a crude image of Gullop with a dagger in his eye.
Nice. I can get behind this.
How you doing over there, kid? Oh, she's fucking dying. Is Daldrid laughing?
No.
Yeah, that'd be kind of rude in the presence.
Oh my god.
No, Daldrid does not have the knowledge I do. She would not be laughing. Ugh.
So, the last bullywug that hasn't spoken up yet. We were told by one of our informants that he gave you guys the note much earlier today. What took you all so long, I have to wonder.
We had to fight a tree.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
We were trying to come here as swiftly as the water could take us, but when we landed, a tree blight impeded us, so we had to come by different means.
Tree. Oh, big Barkless over there?
Yeah.
What? Did the sprites get under your skin or something?
Something like that.
You know, they're kind of dicks, but Barkless won't move unless you really fuck with him. You know, if you just ignore the sprites, they'll just, you know, they'll throw their sticks and stones and talk their shit, but they're not leaving the tree. And he's not going to move unless he gets attacked, so.
Wow, that's crazy. I never would have known this.
Big surprise there.
All right. Well, we're here now. What is there anything in particular you want us to do?
Yeah, what do you need from us?
Tell us.
Let us see. Whoever, Daldrid, go ahead and make a persuasion check for the group for everything up until now.
Okay.
I assume you guys want Daldrid to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though Daldrid's been laughing this whole time. And excuse me, kidding. Oh, I got an 8.
That's pretty good. That's
You can
high.
roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I got a 7.
Okay.
Is there such thing as double advantage?
No. Give me a second here. Okay. Before going forward with telling you the plan, they're going to shake you down a little bit.
All right, let's do this.
Oh no, but what if they find my mummified toad?
Shake down and pat down, I think, are 2 different things.
Yeah, they're gonna talk you. They're gonna talk at you.
Ah.
All right. Well, I vote Fred.
Fred is a chicken.
They can talk to chickens.
No. Chicken
What?
does not speak. He speaks chicken, which they do not understand.
Dang.
So, well, you see, we were expecting you guys a lot earlier, and, yeah, Barkless can be a bit of a drag if you piss him off. But, word on the street is you guys are true friends of King Gullop. We can't have you guys, getting in our way now. What do you guys say about that?
That's only on paper.
It's a title, nothing more. Just a name.
I mean, we won't be getting in your way if we're helping you out with the revolution.
And why would you want to help us?
Well, Gullop's an asshole.
Yeah, he put us in jail.
And he is a baby.
He put you in jail, and then gave you the chance to fight for your freedom, and gave it to you. Are you not indebted to him? Our scouts say you were communing with him again earlier this morning on the docks. Did he give you maybe some type of poison to try to slip in our drinks?
They gave us $1.
Only if you consider words poison.
You said it yourself. He's a baby. Why would he give us poison?
Poison is a coward's weapon.
Hmm.
Regardless, titles he's given to us are only titles, really. Not much
He
else
thinks whatever
there.
he wants to think.
That's all we can say. We're not really a big fan of the individual.
Illig,
I mean...
I can...
Oh, okay, go.
I was gonna say, I can tell by the sound of your voice you are a true leader.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. That's something okay. Check something. Persuasion.
Okay. Dear sweet Jesus. 12. With advantage, because I have friends?
Sure.
Because they are also pleading their case?
Yeah, we're helping.
19!
Thank God. Ah, yes. A woman with great taste. Well, here's the plan. We are going to approach Gullop while he sits on his throne, and I will pretend to trip into him and accidentally stick him in the eye with this dagger. What an amazing plan, Illig. Yes, long live the Baron of Muckstump.
You came up
Yes.
with that all by yourself? That's ingenious.
Yes, Illig, that is a good plan.
We've been working on it for weeks.
Excuse me. I'm not dying. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Is there...
But what do you need us for in this
True.
plan?
There we go.
Oh shit.
Did you just want us to know? Because we like sharing. We like to know things.
Hey, should Catseye be here?
Why shouldn't I be here? What?
It's Chip that can't keep secrets.
Oh, is it Chip? Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe should Chip be here?
I'm just a little guy.
Yeah. Alright, so is there anything else you would like from us? Mr. Illig Man, Boy, Frog?
Well, we assumed you would want to be in on the plot.
Yeah, so what's the plot?
Well, we're gonna
What's
go
the
and
plot?
trip and stab him in the eye.
Are you gonna do that now, or can we wait a little bit?
No, tonight.
Oh shit, that's really fast! Yeah, fast development.
There will be a feast at the palace. If we come with you, we will be seen as friends of the king.
Alright, okay.
Oh, so you're your pick them.
You're an easier way to get in.
Alright. Is there any more to the plan?
No, that's really it. We're gonna stab him in the eye, and then Illig will be king.
All right. Should we go now?
No, it's tonight at the feast, Chip.
I mean, how long does it take to get over there? Where are we?
Not that long.
Because
All
you're
right.
not on a continent. It's like you're going around a lake. It'll take minutes. Oh god, and a map.
Oh shit, that's huge.
So yeah, it's just past noon.
All right.
So
What are you guys doing until then?
sit here and wait, I guess.
Do you guys know of anywhere that we might find a head? A spare head?
We know where the head is. It's
Do
in
we?
Lorna's.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does have it for sure.
Well, we don't know until we get there, but...
I wasn't
Yeah,
supposed to
that's
tell you, but I did tell you that yes, she has it.
Oh, okay. Max, you're a dog. You're a dog.
I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, yo, Kim, are you there?
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm grabbing a drink.
Food.
Oh, is it at the door?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's been 3 hours. You've uncovered the plot of Illig to become king, and had some adventures along the way. We can for sure keep going for a little bit, or this is a decent stopping point. What are you guys feeling?
How are you feeling?
Keep going. When is your food supposed to get here? Do you want to take a break and get food? And then
No,
come
I
back?
mean-
Or should we just keep going and pause when
It's
the food gets here?
I mean, we don't. I don't have to stop to eat.
Yeah, but you have to
But-
stop to get it.
Yeah. So it depends on what everyone wants. Like, I'm pretty neutral.
Yancey, are you good with keeping going for a bit?
Yeah.
Kim?
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. Let's go.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, you guys are here with Illig. It's just past noon. He says it's going to be, the coup is going to happen tonight.
I say let's take a step outside as a group
Nice.
and talk about like what our next move is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it. There's guards on the watchtower. And,
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think we're inside? We're not exactly, talking about the most, pleasant to hear things.
Yeah, friend, but you forget we're
Right.
friends of the king.
Yeah.
Well, whatever we talk about.
I thought you
talk
weren't friends of the king.
They don't have to know that.
Oh. Persuasion check.
All I'm rolling is persuasion now. I got an 11.
I'm sorry. We can't let you leave this hut. We can't risk you going to Gullop or getting captured and telling him the plot.
Alright. I guess we'll just chill, take a nap or something.
Let's take a long rest.
You don't have quite enough time for that, but
Anybody have a book I can read?
I'm gonna take a nap regardless.
Illig, got any good books here?
no.
Frog's Weekly Magazine?
No.
Do you want to, I don't know, play a game? Are we just going to sit here and stare at each other?
Now, like, aren't you just no better than Gullop then? If you're gonna detain us here too?
Mm.
Roll persuasion. Ooh, -1.
Not. Gotta switch to somebody else for a second. You would compare our glorious King Illig to that good-for-nothing swamp filth Gullop?
You're right. Gullop's pretty gross.
No one's being detained, but we need to be careful.
Yeah, that checks out.
And your dragon rolled low on persuasion.
Hey!
Yeah. Alright, so what? You're gonna keep us here for the next 4+ hours?
We'll all stay in here until nightfall. Then when the banquet starts, we'll go over as a group.
That's so cramped. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure.
I mean, we can all just spread out and relax for a little bit.
There's 9 people and a chicken in here. It's gonna be cramped no matter what.
I roll up to whichever one is talking and I go, listen, I am a 6'4" one dragon and I am tall. I need space. Look at my tail.
Roll persuasion.
Wait, can I roll intimidation? Because I'm talking about how big I am.
Okay.
And I'm currently yelling at him.
Okay.
Alright, intimidation. Maybe the +5 will give me a little boost. I killed the
Nat 20. There you go.
The guard, and the guy that was talking kind of shrink back in fear. Yes, of course. Well, I guess you could. They could probably go stretch their legs for a bit, right, Illig? Yes. Yes. I assume. Yeah. That's fine.
I'll stay in here.
We'll be back before you know it.
I'm taking a nap.
We were gonna talk, people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, alright, well, I'll go out there, but I do want to take a nap.
Why?
I'm sleepy.
You guys did get up at dawn.
Yeah.
And it's only noon now. It's fine.
It's a nice time for a nap. I'm gonna go grab my food, BRB. Oh god,
Okay.
not a map. A nap.
Sorry, that was mine. That was my fault. Just on the dining room table. I mean, do we just want to like huddle away from everybody else and just talk?
Not go too far, maybe like here.
Yeah. Somewhere that's
Oh, food's here.
Can you get it? Do you have pants on?
I do have pants on.
Alright, everyone, she does have pants on.
Oh my goodness. Because, like, it's noon, and your boy Catseye is like, we know where Bavlorna is, we know where her weakness is. We have reason to go get, like, your boy is antsy and wants to get his stuff back.
Back! Enough!
It's okay. I get it. You saved the day.
Thank you.
Not
Sorry, I wanted to talk about how I was dying. Ooh.
You also?
That's so much.
I did not expect it. Little interested? Like, all
That smell.
you don't like it?
No, it smells good, but it's strong.
Yeah, don't be weak.
Wow.
Like baby.
Wow.
So I'm sorry, Yancey. You were saying that.
Like, I want to go
For my coffee.
direct, go meet Lorna at least.
Yeah.
Because we've been so close for a while now.
Yeah, do we know how to get up there yet? I mean, there was the stairs, but there was like a not really staircase.
Oh yeah, you don't watch it.
No, it was a staircase. There was just like another floor, and we couldn't see
Yeah.
past it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could just cast bomb.
You technically could cast bonfire on it.
But don't forget, it's always an option. That's sound big? Or is it just no, it's
So I dropped my rubber band and we went to reach for it and went right here.
whoa.
Bang my head.
Only a little spicy.
Now you gotta eat it all. No,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Why not? Do you hate me?
It's got all that stuff in it.
Am I not good enough?
You're good enough,
Wow.
but I don't like all the stuff that's in it.
People eat the chicken. Why'd you shoot me? No, it's fine.
We're conversing now.
Yeah.
All right. What say you, Edens? Do you think this has anything to do with the cauldron?
No.
So I'm wondering if the coals from the balloon shop are from the right? That seemed magic-y.
Oh, yo, maybe it's magic coals like the one that burned down the blacksmith's place.
Yeah. Because the hot air balloon person said that like it was people who tried to, I don't know, it was from like the usurpers.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do you guys feel about Illig? He's like subpar in my book.
I mean, I feel like any ruler they get is gonna be not ideal.
Yeah.
At this point.
Wait. What if they kill Gullup, then you kill Illig, Chip, then you can rule over the land?
I don't want to rule over the land. I just want the crown.
Lame.
I don't know.
The real question is, what are we gonna do? All they're gonna do is use us as the entrance. The real
Yeah.
question is, what do we do during, and what are we gonna do afterwards? Because if
True.
it fails, we're kind of boned. And I would like to have a contingency plan.
If it fails, we don't have to announce that we're allies of. Like we don't have to say, we don't have to tip our hand either way.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Illig forces our hand.
Yeah.
There's still a possibility.
Yeah, there is.
Well, since we don't have to worry about dinner yet, do you guys want to go to Bavlorna's?
I feel like that's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Almighty God, what time is dinner? Like the feast is supposed to go down. What time is that supposed to be? And I know it's about like what, noon now?
Yeah, nighttime. I think when night begins to fall. You don't know exactly when that's going to be, but you can imagine it'll be at the earliest, 7-ish.
That's 7 hours ish.
Hmm?
I said that's in like 7 hours ish.
Yes.
So
there's a lot of time to kill.
We have time.
You have plenty of time to do other stuff. You also can just press the fast forward button.
Fast forward button.
It's up to you guys.
I just wouldn't want to start a new thing without knowing what type of resolution it's going to be. You know?
Okay, yeah.
On the other hand, we know Bavlorna doesn't like the current king.
Well, she doesn't like a bullywug.
Oh yeah, she doesn't like bullywug. So.
Yeah, she just hates all bullywogs. So she doesn't really care what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll go with
So, you know what we might have time for is investigating the cauldron.
Yeah, we should probably have time for that.
I couldn't imagine that a cauldron would take more than 7 hours to investigate.
Yes, they're walking up to the 8-hour time skip cauldron.
Dang.
Oh wait, was I unmuted?
So is that what we want to do? Do we want to do cauldron stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
do some cauldron stuff. Chip, you can go
Cool.
punch it.
I don't think I'll punch.
Yeah, I think punching is out of the question. I think we need to be like really cautious about it. My idea for why we need to be cautious about it is because it's one of the corners of the map, so therefore it is significant. That is my only reasoning.
All right. Want to walk to it though.
Catseye will walk right up to it.
Oh gosh, okay.
I'll be in right here looking.
I will follow behind Catseye. Oh gosh.
Why is Chip? Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna be right there.
Okay.
With Catseye.
I already read you guys the flavor text for the cauldron. Do you need it again?
Nope.
It's bulbous.
there-
It's got the spider legs. There's a lanyard, a wooden ladle hangs from a lanyard looped around the lid's knob.
I take the ladle.
Okay.
I open the lid.
As you approach the cauldron, it's hot. It's not burning hot. Because it's not sitting on a fire, it's sitting on coals. But it's still pretty hot to the touch. Are you still going for the lid?
I'm still going for the lid, yeah.
Okay. As you put your hand on the lid and try to open it, it's held closed, as if there was a lock on it.
Not one that I can see.
Correct. And as you tug at it a bit while you're trying to open it, the cauldron walks up and skittles away.
What?
It starts to skittle away. It moves at a walking speed of 30 feet.
Do you mean skitter away?
Yeah. Skitters away. Sorry. There's a lot of words on this page.
Is it like going past us? Like where
It
is it
scuttles away because it's a crab.
Oh.
So yes, the cauldron, with its spider legs, or crab legs, picks itself up from the coals, and I'm going to say it has a round of advantage. It's not a combatant, you're not an initiative, but it just, you didn't expect it. And it starts to scuttle away.
Wait, come back.
It does not respond, it continues.
I'm just gonna follow it then.
From the coals, you see something emerge.
Oh no.
Do I have one?
Is it a roly-poly?
No. I didn't cut the background out of this guy yet.
Oh.
Good lord.
It's a little fire guy. It's a magmin. I believe it's a
Nope.
fire
Magmin.
elemental. Magmin.
Huh?
He pops
Sorry.
out of the coals.
Hi. Where did I bother you?
Well, not in particular, I guess. Cauldron. Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Oh, yep, there it goes.
Do you want us to catch it for you?
Nah, it'll be back. I'm the coal tender. You want it in the cauldron?
No, I was just trying to see what it was. I'm Catseye. Who are you?
The coal tender. Nice to meet you. He offers
Nice to
out a
meet you.
flaming hand.
Your hand's on fire, so I will just wave politely.
Fair enough. You said you wanted it in the cauldron?
I wanted it in the cauldron?
Yeah, like you wanted to open it.
Yeah. I wanted to see what was inside.
Yeah, it's, Lauren is a little bit smarter than that. There's a spell on it. There's a password to open it.
Oh.
I'm happy to give you the password in exchange for a little something for your boy.
Alright.
What's the something?
I'd like a bundle of dry wood, please.
Oh, that's easy.
We can do that for you.
Yeah. And go, like, scavenge the woods for a bundle of dry wood.
You guys are in the swamp.
Yeah. We can dry it, though. We have fire.
We can't dry it.
Yeah. We just need wood.
Wait. Didn't the store, the storefront, didn't they have wood?
They also did have that.
They did.
Can everybody give me a perception check, please?
Sweet.
Oh, no.
Wait, is everybody giving a perception check?
Yep.
Sorry, you cut out for like 2 seconds for me. My computer is acting.
Yes, everyone perception, please.
Yeah, 2 plus 4.
Nice.
8. While everybody's rolling, what was the coal tender's name again?
He said he's the coal tender.
Yeah. A magman?
That's what he is. He is a magman who is the coal tender.
Okay.
Chip, Catseye, perceptions?
9 plus 4.
9 plus 5. 13.
Catseye and Chip, you notice that now that the cauldron is gone, there's one thing in particular that's standing out amongst the coals. You see an item in the coals.
What is it?
It is it looks to be a soot-stained horn, but you'd have to pick it up and investigate it to learn more.
Soot-stained horn.
Sorry, Sir Coal Tender. It looks like there's something right behind you, and I'm gonna go.
Oh
reach
yeah,
behind
you're
you to
good.
pick it up. Yep, I pick it up.
Okay, you kind of brush the soot off of it. It looks like a unicorn horn.
Oh, that's cool.
I had a toy one of these. It was filled with candy. Okay, cool. I'll just toss it in my
Add
bag.
unicorn horn to inventory.
Yeah! That hurts.
Unicorn horn not filled with candy.
I need this. There we go. Alright. So, should we just go to the place where they're selling wood and get some, or...?
He wanted my eye color for it, so I don't want to. I'm not buying it.
I can buy it. Unless they want Fred. Actually, can Fred buy it? Alright, well, we're gonna have to make a trip down that way. And we're gonna have to... Well, there's only the long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long will it take to walk to the storage outlet?
Once again, you're cut off by the lake, so you'd have to go to your boat, carry it back into the water.
Yeah.
And then you can You could dock at the palace
Mm-hmm.
and walk to the store. Yeah, I mean it's feet away. Like you guys can see, that square is 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we were tracking how long it took you to go places, it was because it was miles. You guys are good. Not that long.
Okay. So do we want to go ahead and do that? As a team?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Remember, press spacebar. All right. Do you want us to do more sprites, or can we just say it?
That's fine. You guys go to the store?
Yeah.
Okay. You do have to carry your boat down to the water, so it takes a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
You dock at the dock of the palace. There's some guards there, but they know you're the friends of the king,
Mm-hmm.
so everything's cool. And you guys, you'll have to walk like through the palace.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could jump down from the docks. It's
Yeah.
just not elegant. There's no like ramp down to the. That's kind of like the edge of the dueling grounds.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you guys go to the store. And same deal as before. One of them wants your eye color. They're both there. They say what up. They bow to Chip if he's there. And one of them wants your eye color. The other one wants something else.
Is it a specific something else or anything else?
No, it's just specific something else. I just gotta remember what it is. There we go. Payment. The rhythm in their step.
Oh, I don't want that. You could have my eye color, please.
Okay, what do you want?
I would like some dry wood.
Oh yeah, great for starting fires. Sure.
Yeah.
She pulls out the marble. The marble sucks out the color in your iris. It's now transparent once again. And she hands over a bundle of dry wood.
All right. Perfecto.
One question, Trinket and/or Bauble. What if Daldrid or Dex wanted something else? Like, what if they wanted two things?
Well, Bob will take the rhythm in your step.
Then three things.
I don't know. The book doesn't have anything else.
Oh no.
Weird.
Just keep taking, like organs.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You're
Sure.
not getting the eyes, but bye.
We can figure something. Okay, goodbye.
I don't want to figure anything out.
Alright,
You think it's like jokes on you guys? We would have taken gold. LOL.
No, I was genuinely concerned. Like, what else would they take? Like, what if?
I'm sure I can figure something out.
What if we have a spending problem?
You guys got your wood. You go back to the cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
It's been, 15, 20 minutes. The cauldron's back where it was.
I'm gonna knock on the cauldron, like on its belly, and be like, Mr. Goaltender, we have your wood.
Yeah, sure, that'll work. He pops back up. Oh, yeah, nice.
Alright, do I just... How does he want it? Alright, do you just want me to give you the wood?
Yeah. Gimme.
Alright. I
Oh dear.
pass it to him.
It starts to kind of crackle in his arms as he holds his arms out for it. He drops most of it, but keeps one, and then holds it in his hand, and it kind of starts to crackle and light a fire. Oh, yeah. I love the sound when it crackles. Oh, the password's spittle spew.
Spittle spew.
Spittles for you, and I'll lift the lid.
Yep, it lifts.
What's inside?
Oh, what a lovely question. I don't know. No, it's in here somewhere. There it is. Inside the cauldron is a bubbling, frothy, gray-black liquid that radiates an aura of something.
I drink it.
Oh my god. Can I... Daldrid, can I have my bag for 2 seconds?
Yeah, I hand it to him.
Cool. I'll take out the wine bottle and I'll try to like... I mean, can I like... Does this seem magical? Does the liquid seem magical? Does it seem...
Would you like to... you can Arcana check just to see if it has anything. Unless anybody has like a detect magic spell or something like that.
I thought about having that, but I opted against it.
I will say there's so far been a lot of opportunities to use a spell like that.
Arcana. It's only a -1.
I can do an Arcana.
It's a 15.
Yeah. It's some kind of potion.
Okay. Yeah, I'll scoop some into the wine bottle.
Okay.
Can I still drink it, or is that not allowed?
I mean, it's in a crab cauldron.
Yeah, how are you just gonna stick your head in?
Yeah, it does
There's
not
a
break.
ladle.
It does not break the rules of the game, but it's in a cauldron, so you have to scoop it somehow. You can use your hands.
There's a ladle right here if you want to use that.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a ladle?
Yeah.
It was oh, yep. So yeah, you could take a ladleful.
Alright, take a ladleful.
So Catseye has. So yeah, play it out for me. Catseye had the ladle.
Yep.
Oh, Catseye, can I borrow that ladle for a second?
Nope, I'm gonna feed it to you. Tilt your head back. Tilt your head back. Tilt your. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna scoop some of the.
There we go. I'm tilting.
Scoop some of it into the ladle and then pour like what will be a spoonful, like a little bit, into Dex's mouth.
He's dead. No.
Oh, dang it.
Dex, you. It's not very tasty. But you don't feel any magical effects. You have the feeling that you would need to drink more.
Oh, it's that type of thing.
There's just you feel like as Catseye did. This is definitely some type of magical potion, but it's like a potion of healing, right? You can't take a tongueful and get one. You have to drink the whole potion of healing to get the effects. So this potion is more than what Catseye gave you. So if you wanted the effects of the potion, you'd have to drink more. Does that make sense?
Do I need to roll to see how well I'm feeling?
No.
Like if I feel sick or anything?
No, it's just like I said, it doesn't taste great, but you're not. You don't feel sick.
You're not burning from the inside? You're good?
No, I'm pretty good right now.
Alright, hold your mouth open more. I'm gonna dump like the whole ladle full.
Yeah, fucking slayed on my face.
Naughty business.
Oh my god.
As you down the ladle,
You die.
I'm dead.
no. I'm trying to think. I think that's good enough. Let us see here.
Arcana check.
No. I get to roll a D100.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yay.
I could roll a D4, but yep. Wait,
56 damage.
wait, really? I rolled a 3? Just make sure the command's working. Okay, I'm gonna make sure the command's working. There we go. I got a 3, a 7, and a 9. Back to back to back. Okay, yeah, it's working. You got a 3. Um. Oh, I guess you get to make a save.
Oh no.
Well,
What type of save?
I don't know. I have to look up a spell.
death save.
No, not a death save.
On save.
Dex
I'll do-
save.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dex save because he's
Nope.
Dex.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
+6 wisdom. Or at least wisdom's my highest. So where's the saving throws?
It's on home. It's also in combat.
There we go. That's it. Yep, +6 in my wisdom saving throw. Let's roll this dice. 13 plus 6, so 19.
Okay, you make the save.
Right. What am I saving against?
Actually, that's a good question. Let me read the spell real quick. Huh. Yancey,
Yeah.
would Dex as a what's your race, Dex?
He's a shifter.
Would that be a shape changer?
I would say so, yeah.
Well,
I
you
just
don't.
can't.
You don't even. You don't even have to make the save. The potion has no effect on you.
What?
You feel as if you feel as if you've taken the potion, like you feel the magical effect surging within you. But you feel it takes no effect on you.
What?
What's it feel like, Dex? Come on.
Nothing. It feels nothing.
No.
I guess we should all drink it then.
Yeah. Wait.
I'm not drinking anything.
Hey, I was gonna do Fred, but his wisdom's not high, so. Well, it didn't kill me, so I feel like other people should take it a go.
I mean, this feels like a prank, but
Not dead.
Yet.
We're all gonna die, but not right now, no.
Chip has no fear of death and is ready to take some.
Alright, soup's on, I guess.
Soup.
You guys are weird. He's just sitting on the ground burning wood.
Oh god.
I will. I'll give Chip a ladleful.
Okay, Chip. Here's another thing. If you are unwilling, so you drink the potion, you feel the magical effect begin to take hold. If you are unwilling to go about the potion's effects, you can make a save. If you're willing, you can just take the effect of the spell. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So does that mean I didn't have to make a throw?
Yeah, sorry. There's a lot of text all over the place, and I'm reading the book. I'm also reading a spell, so I finally put it all together.
Okay, I was just wondering.
But since you are a shape changer, it has no effect on you.
I'm assuming it's a shape-shifting thing, but I'm not gonna say.
Who knows, bro?
Yeah.
So Chip, are you willing or unwilling?
Willing.
Yeah,
Okay.
You are.
Now my D100 roll. Discord. Fucking Discord. Okay. Chip,
Yes.
you are now a giant frog.
What?
Nice. You're a frog girl boy now.
Wait, giant as in like giant? Or giant as in like
I will look
just
at
a chunky boy?
I will look at the stat block and let you know.
Nice. We can all be, except me apparently.
Oh my goodness.
Big boy. Big boy. Oh wait, hold on. He fell down.
Oh no, I made another map.
A giant frog is a medium beast. So you are You are not. You're giant for a frog. You're bigger than you once were. But you are.
Talk? Or do I just do frog noise?
You have 2 intelligence.
Nice.
Oh,
You do frog noise. You do not understand common.
oh.
The creature is transformed into. Well, I guess I could. It's like I gotta read the spell again. It's polymorph.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, so we did. Do we have any more
target
rhinos?
is okay. The target. The new form is a giant frog. With the CR of your level, so you're a CR2 giant frog. Your game stats, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality. So you're still a chaotic evil you. You assume the hit points of the new form. When it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to the number of hit points it had. If it reverts as a result of dropping 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to its normal form. As long as the excess damage doesn't reduce the creature's normal form to 0 hit points, if it is not unconscious, the creature is limited in the actions it can perform by the nature of its new form, and it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other actions that require hands or speech. The target's gear melds into the new form. Creature can't activate, use, or wield any of its equipment. Yes, you are still Chip, but you are now a 2 intelligence giant frog that cannot understand or speak common.
Good, Chip. I'll just pet the big frog. Chonky boy.
Oh gosh.
I mean, we have some of it.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in my water skin.
Don't you need water?
There's so much water around us.
Swamp water, not drinking water.
I can make do.
Chip can now be the king of the frogs.
This is a polymorph potion. This is great, guys.
Yep, it's a potion of polymorph. You have to drink a pint of it to get its effects. So it would be a rather large potion vial.
Yeah.
But a ladle could fill a pint glass, so. You probably have 2 potions. I would say you have 2 potions worth in your wine bottle.
Okay.
That's being generous, but.
What about my water skin?
A water skin can hold 4 pints of liquid.
Perfect. I'm filling it to the brim.
Okay. That is going to be a problem when you have to take a rest and eat if you're not given food and water.
Alright.
I mean, if he wants it, you can have it. Daldrid, you wanna be a frog too?
Chill enough, thank you.
You sure? Chip looks really happy right now.
This is the happiest Chip has ever been.
Yeah, what's Chip doing, Chip?
Chip is trying to get the chicken off his back.
Doesn't work. Oh my goodness.
Chip, I'm gonna screenshot what you are now. So this is what you are and what you can do.
Oh my! I'm trying to get Fred. Get out the way, frog. There we go.
Chip just revert back to normal after the spell wears off then?
You could eat her.
You could only assume, you guys haven't identified really identified the potion or spell. I'm just giving you some additional info. So you don't really
Oh,
know.
I can bite.
Yes, you have actions. You can also swallow.
Yeah, come here, Fred.
Oh my god.
Fred can teleport. Alright.
Can you teleport out of my belly?
Yes.
Yeah, you might blow up.
Fred will also take. So if he's regular Fred, it would take 17 acid damage at the start of at the start of the frog's turn, which would kill Fred instantly.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wait, is that from a bite or from being swallowed?
From swallow.
Okay, so I just have to wildfire him before he's completely swallowed.
It's not how that works. You have to. So the damage takes place at the start of the frog's turn. So you'd have to get him out of there in 6 seconds. So at the start of the frog's next turn.
That's not bad.
It's
Either
not
way,
good either.
I got you, Fred.
Okay.
on this frog.
Well, our bunny's a frog now. Thanks, Coldtender.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for this. Crackle,
Yeah.
crackle, crackle.
One more time. What was that? What was that word?
Spittle spew?
Fizzle spew.
You're not that giant. Though you are big for frog.
I don't even know what to do.
I guess we're hanging out. Well, we
I
have
guess
to
we're
wait.
hanging out with
Yeah, Chip's
Frog.
not
Chip.
frog anymore.
Ribbit.
What do we want to do now?
Can you throw Chip into the water?
I mean,
You can try. It's just a medium beast.
Bite him, Chip.
Ribbit.
Chip is still probably stronger than I am, so
What if? Wait, can I animal friendship?
Chip is now a medium beast.
well, intelligence.
Intelligence. That's the key factor here.
Chip has. Giant frog has 2 intelligence.
Yeah.
How much intelligence does it need?
Animal friendship.
Or
I have to have like less than. Oh, okay. I have to have less than 4 intelligence.
Chip does that. Does that have?
A -4 in intelligence. I have a 2 intelligence.
So I could animal friendship Chip. I'm not good. Whoa!
New Chip.
Ribbit.
rip it.
So yeah, what do we think? Should we just wander around now? We gotta wait for Chip to turn back anyways.
Yeah.
It's the game plan, everyone.
I mean, we could just fast forward time. That would I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Do you guys just want to fast forward until the feast is supposed to happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to head back to the shack
Back to the shack and fast forward.
or the hut? They're gonna want to know where the bunny is.
They'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. So walk back to hut then.
Okay. I'll just play it out. So you guys get back to the hut. They're fine with you. They're not any more suspicious. You guys passed their checks. Um, they're confused about the frog uh, and the lack of bunny. I assume you guys explain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't work on me.
Um,
Tell
they
them
let you
that.
know, or they say, "Oh well, there's that." They got nothing to say. They're cool with the frog. After about an hour, Chip turns back to normal.
Okay.
Chip, you are now Chip again.
Nice.
No adverse effects.
That's good.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm back in the shack, everyone.
And if you guys are just gonna fast forward to the feast, you're good. It's been fast
Yeah.
forward until.
All right.
Feast time.
It's been about it's been about 4 hours. It's 8 o'clock. Do you guys want to play out the coup, or do you guys want to pause here until next time?
Kind of want to pause. I feel like the coop will take a while.
Good. A good pausing point. Yeah.
Chip.
Yeah, sounds good.
X.
Well, that's a
That's a-
dog.
That's a
Max did
dog.
not respond.
Your Dex.
They said Max,
Oh, Max.
which is dog.
Now you're a dog.
Dog.
Doggy dog.
Well, good job today, guys. You did not die to the tree blight.
I can't believe we entered combat with the tree blight.
That was something.
Yeah, the tree blight was a CR7.
That's good, right?
I still have it up, right? So yeah, the tree blight is a challenge rating of 7. The bullywug knight was a challenge rating of 4. Or sorry, of 3.
Nice.
So yeah, it had
We would've
109 health.
We would have died.
Not too bad. I did like 7 damage at one point.
His basic attack does 3d6 plus 6. I think that insta kills like
Everyone?
middling damage. No, does a 16 insta kill like half of you?
Yeah. At 14 health.
What?
That is exactly my HP.
I think
What?
I have.
Catseye, yeah, Catseye, you rolled high.
Oh gosh.
I
Oh,
have
yeah,
like 19 health.
I have 22 health. So it knocked me out, but I wouldn't die.
16 does kill Chip and Dex. So yeah, that's middle. That's like middle of the road damage from its basic attack. Insta kills 2 of you.
Can we just like throw stuff at it from the water? It has limited range, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think at a certain point it would just run away.
Can do that?
Yep.
We did.
So, you guys didn't die of the tree blight. You found you found Illik, and and you found Bavlorna's cauldron, and you got some potion, and you got a unicorn horn, and you got a mummified frog.
Yeah.
Here, wait, I want to see. I wonder if this exists. It probably does. You guys need an explanation for why I died.
There's just there's a in a campaign we watched on YouTube, there was a different kind of frog race. It's called a Gripply. And there was a character named Verp who had a voice like that. So I imitated his voice as much as possible. and Kim fucking died.
I sure did.
Well, I think that's all I got for you guys today, unless you guys have any questions for me.
Nope.
Well, thanks everybody
please.
for playing again. When are we gonna play next?
I don't know.